How you guys doing? Thank you for coming to my channel. As always, please like, comment, subscribe. Now today I want to provide you guys some apps that I feel that you will need when it comes to traveling. Especially like me who want to travel on the free or on the budget, and I'm like I ain't trying to pay all, I'm trying to be cheap about this. Alright, so this is the apps I recommend. The first app is called GuruWalks.com. So Guru Walks is the app. The reason I recommend this because it provides you free walking tours. Yes, free tours. Not only you get the standard like walking tours, they have bike tours, graffiti tours, even food tours. That's all free on this app. Another app that I recommend is called freetours.com. It has the same concept. All the tours on there is free. Only thing they recommend is that you provide the guide a tip. But there's no set amount. If you want to give them $2, $5, even $10, it's up to you how much you feel like the guy deserves. The next app I recommend is called All Trails. Now, All Trails is good for people who want to be hiking, go outside, be outdoorsy, and even go camping. I recommend that. Now, there's two versions. There's a free version and there's a paid version. You know me, I'm gonna stick with the free version, but it gives you trails, recommended good trails that's in that country. The recommendations, it gives you like the route, it shows you the walking route, so you can walk, basically use the app to walk up the trail, and it tell you how far it is, so I recommend that. The fourth app that I recommend to meet people is Meetup.com. Now I know you guys are all familiar with Meetup.com. It is a free app that I like because you're able to meet people up. You be like, hey, you can make your own meetups. Like, hey, whether people going to the meeting at the beach or doing like anything you interested in, there's meetups for that. Even exchange programs, free exchange meetups, you can meet people through meetups. Another app or platform I recommend is the Facebook groups. You guys know I recommend Facebook groups for anybody who's thinking about if you want to travel for just a weekend or basically move to a different country like we did. Meetups, Facebook groups is, I don't know, I feel like it's a part of the process because everybody on Facebook groups, especially the kid, like, I feel, yeah, that's like part of the process. So I recommend Facebook groups. Again, I'm going to put everything on the side so you guys can see what I'm talking about. The next app that I recommend, now this app is a free app, but the experience is not, and that is Airbnb Experience. Now the reason I recommend Airbnb Experience because it gives you, a different experience. Like, it's things you might not have thought about to do that you can see from the app, and I recommend. It's another app that is similar to Airbnb Experience. I'm gonna put, one second, let me go find it because I cannot remember the name. So the next app that's similar to Airbnb Experience is called getyourguide.com. I also recommend that, but again, that you have to pay for that experience, but it's a nice app that I like to use because it's able to, like, you do excursions, do tours, everything through there, and and I like it because it's like user friendly. I like apps that's user friendly, especially if it's free, but you're good. This one's you have to pay for the experience, but I like it. Now when it comes to accommodations, the app that I like to use, and before I start, there's multiple ways to find cheap accommodations, whether you want to couch surf, or if you want to exchange like houses, basically like house sit. You got house sitting, you got couch surfing, you got hostels, which is what I love to do. I love to go on the hostel because I feel hostels are cheap. You can stay at a hostel for like $5 a night. The only downsides about hostels, there's not too many hostel accommodations that allow kids. But if you are a grown adult by yourself or with your friends and you guys are all 18 and over, if you're trying to be like reasonable in price, I recommend a hostel. So go to hostelworld.com. Also, who else got another platform that got good reasonable prices is bookit.com. And Yeah, Booking.com got some good prices. Next, I want to talk to you guys about how do I get my flights. Now, there's two main platforms I use for my flights. Is Google Flights, which is hit or miss. Because sometimes you can get great prices, and sometimes it's like, child, I'm paying too much. And Skyscanner.com. Now, no, not Skyscanner.com. Skyscanner.net. So sorry, y'all. It's Skyscanner.net. So what you have to do is you have to put your home airport is the from. So from is your home airport. To, you have to put everywhere. And for your duration time, don't put a duration, put the entire month. So for example, if I put from Miami to everywhere, and I want to look for the whole month of October, it will list me all the places that I could go from my home airport, and then list the prices. And I will look at everything basically that's $100 or less. And anything that's $100 or less, I'm trying to go. If it's more than $100, what I'm gonna do is, and what I have been doing is, I've been using payment plans. If you guys don't know, a lot of these platforms now let you do payment installments, Priceline, Orbit, even Expedia. But with Expedia, you have to actually book a hotel with it. Expedia, Spirit. A lot of these platforms let you do payment installments, which what I do for my flights when it's too much. Yes, that's what I recommend. Because, like, if you able to afford a flight, and this is one way. So you able to afford a flight for under $100 a month, you could go somewhere like every 2 months, go somewhere, or every month go somewhere at that price. Yes. So if you wonder how yes, so this is what we're gonna do. When we get into Colombia, I did the same concept I said that I told you guys, from start from your home location and see which flights that's under $100. That is how we're gonna be leaving from Colombia. So when I did that method, it showed that from Colombia under $100, that what was the countries? Peru, I think it was like $98 a flight. So Peru and Panama was under $100 that we could easily fly to with no issues. So if we get bored of Colombia, we are going either to Panama or Peru. And I even did it from Panama. If we go from Panama, so just say we go from Colombia. We go from Colombia to Panama. The next location we could go to that's under $100, that'd be like a good price, was Costa Rica. It was Costa Rica. It was like other places, but the one I would like to probably go to was Costa Rica. Now that's a way for if you want to like travel hop, I guess. You don't really know where you want to go, but you just know like, hey, this the month I want to go, and this the price range I want to fall under. That's what I recommend. I might make a more in detail video about like travel and what I recommend for traveling. If you have not seen my safety tip, which is the staff program, which is a free platform that you will use to basically notify the U.S. Embassy, I'm going to put that in the description or like put it in the link up top. But I definitely recommend that when you traveling this way. The U.S. Embassy in that country knows that basically you there, have an itinerary of where you scheduled to be at, and your hotel, your information. So if anything happened to you and your family haven't heard from you, and they be like, hey, what's going on? They contact the U.S. Embassy. The U.S. Embassy already know, like, hey, she supposed to leave. She supposed to be on this flight at this time and staying at this hotel, and she was planning on going to this excursion. So between this place and this place, something happened, and we need to talk to whoever we need to talk to. So I recommend that to you guys to roll into that program. And that is it. Hopefully it was helpful for somebody. I know I be rambling, but I'm gonna put everything on the side so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And have a good day, y'all.
Bye.
Bye, y'all. See y'all tomorrow. See y'all in Colombia.
I will see you.
See you guys in Colombia.
Bye.